Hello, I'm Smokey, and welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. On today's episode, I'd like to bring you part 2 of my top 10 favorite postcards of all time. If you remember, the criteria that I set for these top 10 lists is that these had to be official Postcrossing postcards. So they're not friend swaps or trades or anything of that nature. They're just the official cards that I've received through postcrossing.com. Also, I've made the rating based solely on the image on the card and not on the stamp or any other information. So let's get right to my second top 10 list. Number 10 is this card from Japan. It is a beautiful baby lamb. And as I've stated previously, I raised sheep when I was growing up. So every time I see a lamb, it makes me very happy. And I was really happy to receive this postcard from Japan. And those are the stamps that accompanied it. Number 9 on the list is this postcard from Germany. This is a wonderful picture of a peacock. We had a couple peacocks growing up. When I was younger, we lived out in the country, and so we had a couple of them running around, and I have fond memories, and they're such majestic animals. I think they're so beautiful, and so I wanted to include this postcard in the top 10. And those are the stamps that come from Germany. That brings us to number 8 on the list, and it is from Malaysia. I chose this postcard because of its unusual design and also because of the pillar post box. And you've got the cat there with the letter in its mouth. So I thought it was a great design. And it's really small. When you hold it up to another postcard, it's a little smaller than average. So it makes a nice addition to my collection. Number 7 on the list is this wonderful postcard from Russia. I love these old churches and these buildings. I have a whole collection of stamps with churches on them, as well as postcards with churches on them. So this is a very welcome addition to that collection. And those are the beautiful stamps from Russia. Number 6 on the list is this postcard from France. I just love the image of it. It's advertising cognac. And I remember well when I received it, the gentleman that sent it to me said that it was an old ad card from the 70s. And he says he found hundreds of them in an abandoned distillery near where he lives. So he sent me this card. It's one of my all-time favorites, and so I had to include it on this list. And there is the stamp from France. Number 5 in the countdown is this postcard. This is from Germany. And the reason I love this postcard, it is a hare, but it is a imprinting of a print that Albert Dürer created. I think that he was a wonderful artist. I've watched some documentaries about his life and about this image in particular. So when I received this Albert Dürer print card, I was extremely happy to get it, and it remains one of my favorite cards in my collection. And there is the stamp from Germany. Moving on. Number 4 is this card. You see the House of Parliament there in London, Queen Elizabeth Tower, Big Ben. At nighttime, just a lovely, beautiful image. And this postcard doesn't come from London, but in fact, it came to me from Canada. And so I was very excited. There are the Canadian stamps. This is a rather new issue. This stamp supports organ and tissue donation. So a really lovely stamp that I was happy to add to my collection. That brings us to number 3 in the countdown. And that is this card. This card is sent from the UK. I really like everything about this card. As someone who likes British things, you've got the flag, you've got the phone booth, you've got Stonehenge, a map of the country, the crown, a lovely stamp. It says Happy Postcrossing from the United Kingdom. Just a colorful postcard, and I really love it. And so it had to be in this top 10. And then the stamp is wonderful as well. And now to card number 2. This card is from the Netherlands. I like this card for several reasons. One, I just love the image on it. The church is beautiful. The blue sky behind it is bright. And then I like cards that tell me about where they're from. And so this has all kinds of information on it about this town in the Netherlands. And so I learned quite a bit that I didn't know and was very happy to receive it and add it to my collection. And there is a sticker, and there is the stamp, and a wonderful postmark. So this card had all the things going right for it. Well, that was 9 cards. So that means we have 1 left in my top 10. And as I was looking through my second album to pull out these 10 cards, I couldn't help but include this card. And this card comes from Slovakia, and it is of a snail. Obviously, I call my channel Snail Mail with Smokey. I have a snail that my wife designed as my logo, but I really like this card. I got this before I even thought about having a YouTube channel. So I love that little snail taking his time to get where he's going. And then those are the stamps. All right, that's it for part 2 of my top 10 favorite postcards. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I've enjoyed opening my album and going down memory lane. That's the great thing about Postcrossing. It's not just the day you receive the postcard and go on your phone or your computer and log it, but you put them in an album, you put them in a box or a storage container, and then from time to time you take them out and you look at it, and each card holds a special memory. You remember the weather, you remember what you were doing the day it arrived, and so it's a memory that lasts a lifetime, and it's a hobby that I am thrilled to be a part of. Just a few reminders. Tomorrow, October 1st, is World Postcard Day. So why not make someone's mailbox a happy mailbox and send them a postcard? Send it to someone you haven't seen in a while. Or, you know what? Maybe send your next door neighbor a postcard. You know, the people we see going in and out of the house, taking their groceries in and out. Maybe we say hello, but we never really stop and chat for very long. Just send them a postcard and say, Happy Postcrossing Day from your neighbor across the way. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. Also, give me a comment. Which one of these 10 was your favorite this time? Well, thank you. Have a wonderful day. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.